You are not poor because you don't work hard. You are poor because your mind is working against you. And the ultra rich, they know it. They designed a system that thrives on your blind spots. Today, I will expose the mental traps that keep you poor, the traps you don't see, but the rich used to keep you exactly where you are. These are not just bad habits, these are psychological cages reinforced every day by schools, bosses, media, and even your friends. And once you recognize them, you will realize wealth was never out of reach. You were just trained to stay broke. Trap 1: The paycheck addiction. You are told the paycheck is security. It is not. It is dependency. The wealthy never chase paychecks. They chase cash flow. They don't trade time for money. They buy time and money follows. But you cling to your paycheck like it's a life support. And that's exactly how the system wants it. Because if you are terrified of losing it, you will never question the rules. The ultra rich don't fear a pink slip. They own the companies handing them out. That's why the paycheck is not a reward, it's a leash. Trap 2: The consumer illusion. You believe buying equals winning. A new phone, a bigger car, a house you can barely afford. But here's the cold truth: every time you spend like a consumer, you are feeding someone else's empire. The wealthy don't chase shiny objects, they chase assets that pay for shiny objects. You finance your lifestyle, they finance cash machines. And while you drown in debt, they collect interest from the very loans you signed. That's not a coincidence. That is by design. Trap 3: The education lie. They told you education equals wealth, but what they meant was obedience equals stability. School does not teach you wealth, it teaches you compliance. Show up on time, memorize, don't question, work for someone smarter. Meanwhile, the children of the ultra rich, they learn ownership, leverage, and strategy at the dinner table, not even in a classroom. That's why you graduate with debt, while they graduate with businesses. The system was not built to make you wealthy. It was built to make you useful. Trap 4: The fear of risk. You were raised to believe risk is dangerous. The wealthy were raised to believe risk is leverage. You save pennies in a bank. They borrow millions at 3% and flip it into billions. You are scared of losing $1,000. They are playing games with $100 million. The real trap is not the risk itself, it is your fear of it. And that fear, it keeps you small, predictable, and broke. Meanwhile, they use calculated risk to buy companies, properties, even politicians. And you are still proud of your safe savings account. Trap 5: The time for money exchange. They sold you the dream of trading hours for dollars. But if your money stops when you stop, you are not free. You are a prisoner. The wealthy build systems, assets, networks. They create money that works harder than they ever could. But you sell your time, and worse, you sell it cheap. That's why you never get ahead. Because no matter how many hours you grind, they will always own the clock. Trap 6. The comfort myth. Comfort is the deadliest drug. You are told to settle down, buy a house, get a job, stay safe. But safe is not safe. Safe is stagnant. Safe is small. The wealthy don't settle, they expand, they innovate, they disrupt. Comfort convinces you survival is success. And here's the brutal truth: survival is not success. It is just the minimum required to keep you alive, long enough to keep working for them. Trap 7. The comparison trap. You compare yourself to the wrong people. You look sideways at neighbors, friends, co workers, fighting for crumbs. The ultra rich don't compare themselves down, they compare themselves up. Not how am I doing compared to him, but how can I play at the billionaire's table? And that is why they keep scaling while you keep scrolling. Comparison is only useful if it forces growth. Otherwise, it's a trap. These traps are not accidents. They are engineered, reinforced, recycled. The rich don't fall for them because they built them. And the longer you stay blind, the longer you stay broke. Now you see the game they are playing. The question is, are you going to keep losing, or are you ready to learn how they really win? The choice is simple: stay broke or click the next video and step into their playbook.